Hello everyone and welcome to the Vaults of Azeroth. The stuff being data mined around the allied races has been quite interesting, but there's one thing I've got a problem with. That just being the lore of the Void Elves. You see, I've tried to go over it as many times as possible, but the Void Elves just make no sense to me. I just find it very confusing on how another faction can literally just spawn from a faction which has very low numbers. Let's look at this in a lore perspective. The Blood Elves came from the High Elves, and most of the High Elves were situated in Quel'Thalas, their kingdom, with other minor pockets of High Elves being spread out throughout the Eastern Kingdoms. And by the time that Prince Arthas marched towards Quel'Thalas, many High Elves were killed. Now let's say for argument's sake, around 70 to 80% of the High Elves were killed. The remaining High Elves then split into two factions. One that stayed around the Eastern Kingdoms, and the other one that followed Prince Kael'thas Sunstrider, eventually becoming the Blood Elves, with this new Blood Elf faction being the larger one of the two. However, then Kael'thas decided to join up with Illidan Stormrange and go to Outland, taking a large number of Blood Elves with him. Which is safe to say that most, if not all of them, were slaughtered when the Mad Prince turned. It is also safe to assume that many Blood Elves who fought alongside the Horde during the Civil War in Quel'Thalas have perished, due to the army of demons attacking the Isle of Quel'Danas. And obviously, as the years have progressed, the Blood Elves have been in the forefront of the war effort alongside the other major Horde races. So what I don't understand is how a sub-faction, the Void Elves themselves, can easily be counted as a playable faction. Just how many Blood Elves have decided to embrace the Void and then leave the Horde? Surely to be counted as a playable faction, there'd have to be a decent amount of Blood Elves leaving. But given the fact that this race was almost outright annihilated, it just makes no sense to me. Obviously, the inclusion of High Elves in the Void Elf faction could be a possibility, but even then, there are not that many High Elves. And hopefully Battle for Azeroth will shed some light on this situation. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all again very soon. Have a good day.